Welcome everybody. My name is Michael and today we're discussing about Bitcoin Cash and a little bit about Ethereum Classic. Those two are the big winners over the past week. You see Bitcoin Cash, it's finally back in the top 10, just as it was in 2017 and 18. Now, a lot of people forgot about Bitcoin Cash because over the past year, when Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot, all of these other big boys, BNB, they were starting to rise up the ranks, and even Dogecoin recently, Bitcoin Cash fell way below the top 10. You had Uniswap, you had all of these new projects related to DeFi. There was a lot of hype around them, and you actually would have made more money holding in index funds. That's right, in stocks, in one of the lowest risk investments you can buy today. We've mentioned this in a previous video before, discussing what were the top gainers. Yeah, I ended up finding it. So top cryptocurrencies, 12-month price performance, Cardano at the very tippy top, 12,447%. This fits in really nicely with the video that I made yesterday about Cardano and Polkadot staking technically being a better option than Ethereum for the average Joe. Chainlink doing really well, Ethereum, Binance Coin, and here we have Bitcoin at 311%, and then Litecoin a little bit, 160%, still much better than anything low risk you can find in the stock markets. Obviously, there's plenty of stocks that went over 160. There's plenty of stocks that were rivaling Chainlink. Ripple at 91% because of the SEC scandal, although it has now recovered, and Bitcoin Cash at the very bottom with 13%. That's important to note. What I was saying, the S&P 500, it finished strong at 16.3% for the entire year of 2020, or a total return of about 18%, including dividend. The NASDAQ Composite soared 43.6%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 7.2%. So over the past few weeks, Bitcoin's progress has slowed down a little bit because a lot of money has been flowing into Ethereum, and currently Ethereum is just $140 away from $4,000. That is right. It was not too long ago that it was at $1,000. Binance Coin hit over $650. It wasn't near the top 5, and now it's number 3. Dogecoin is number 4 at 64 cents, and it hit above 74 cents. A lot of money has moved out of Bitcoin, and some of that money recently has gone into Bitcoin Cash, although a very tiny percentage. And that's because a lot of people in the Bitcoin Cash community were waiting for this moment. It finally caught up. You had projects like Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Diamond, all of these hard fork projects and related projects. Some of them went well when Bitcoin was rising. Some of them were complete failures, and Bitcoin Cash was left behind. A lot of people were very upset with Bitcoin Cash, and they were proceeding to sell off to go into Ethereum, to go into Bitcoin. And currently, Bitcoin's around $58,000, $59,000, but Bitcoin Cash rose over 40% in the past 7 days. It was as high as 60-70%, and it's currently at 1,373. The market cap just barely beat Litecoin, and currently it's positioned at number 9. Its all-time high was not beat because its all-time high was $4,355.62, and that was 3 years ago on December 20th, 2017. The highest price we've been at so far this year, and so far since 2017, is $1,597.65, and that was over the past week. As you can see, this was when Bitcoin was at $20,000. So Bitcoin Cash was 1/5 of Bitcoin's price. And as you can see, it really dropped down. When Bitcoin dropped down to a few $1,000s, it quickly fell below 1,000. And it even went down to as low as under $100. And for most of the year, it was just above 200, 300, 400 bucks, with a little bit of some periods like this where it rose to 466. But for the most part, it hasn't seen a lot of action when a lot of other cryptocurrency projects were rising up until now recently. You've also had Ethereum Classic, which is now ranked number 13. It's currently up 14.3% at $127.69. But as you can see, that is a straight arrow right there. And looking at the 7-day price chart, it was at $45, $44, $43. This month, it's only the 8th so far. And as you can see, it went from 40 suddenly to over $160.68. A lot of people from the newer cryptocurrency community may not even remember what Ethereum Classic is. So let's do a quick explanatory of what ETC and BCH are, And by the way, I must mention this, but a lot of people from the I wanted to say Bitcoin, but BTC subreddit, because this is what they've done over at the Bitcoin Cash forums. A lot of people were turned away from Bitcoin Cash because of hundreds of scandals, but to sum it up for all those new out there in the crowd, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of people aren't big fans because the people over there are very hostile. If you own Bitcoin Cash, that's perfectly fine. You can invest in whatever you want. It's good to diversify as long as you're doing your research. The problem with the Bitcoin Cash community, I don't mind the project itself. I don't like their stance where they say Bitcoin is wrong, completely wrong. We're the new Bitcoin. We're better than the classic Bitcoin. And what they've done is they've hijacked certain websites. They used Bitcoin.com and BTC, the subreddit BTC, to confuse people into thinking BCH is actually Bitcoin, and it's not. They're two separate projects. Roger Ver had a whole lot of issues with Bitcoin, and they tried painting BCH as the real Bitcoin to try and lure unsuspecting investors into there. And right now there's a lot of toxicity on there, and I've noticed this with other cryptocurrency projects as well in the past. We don't need that in the cryptocurrency community because this toxicity, it'll only get you so far. Being infamous in the crypto world is not going to get you to the #1 top spot. Either you support Bitcoin or you don't. Is Bitcoin going to stay at the very top forever? Probably not. It will get beat in the past. We might make a video about that. But is BCH the answer? Probably not. Is it faster? Does it have better technology? Sure. So does Ethereum. But we haven't seen Ethereum even come close to beating Bitcoin as of recently. In 2017, that was a different story. And we also had Ripple fighting with Ethereum. That was a crazy year back then. And now looking into Ethereum Classic, a lot of people don't like Ethereum Classic because it was a sibling of Ethereum, I guess. It was created in bad faith by Bitcoin maximalists to make Ethereum look bad. It survived somehow. It has no reason to exist. It doesn't really do anything special. There's a few good developers trying to help out the project, acting in good faith, but a lot of people don't really see the point in that. Ethereum Classic was created as a result of a hard fork. It was approved in the community, and that was in order to recover the DAO funds, which is also huge. And a lot of people looked at that incident in a really bad light. You shouldn't be able to recover funds, no matter how many millions they are, because that goes against decentralization. So Ethereum Classic has had some issues as of late. It's not been the trustiest cryptocurrency. During the past year, it suffered several 51% attacks. It compromised its reliability. It rolled back the chain thousands of blocks due to its failing hash rate at the time, and it affected the status of the cryptocurrencies. So now exchanges are asking for thousands of confirmations just to acknowledge deposit. For example, Kraken users must wait at least a week, 40,000 confirmations for a deposit to be active. But most likely it's pumping because we were seeing a lot of pumps as of recently, and its big brother Ethereum has been doing tremendously well. Doge and Bitcoin Cash rose because of the community behind them. There's still huge communities in their own rights, hundreds of thousands of people actively promoting, millions of people who own these cryptocurrencies, but it's still much smaller than Bitcoin and Ethereum's communities. Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, and Bitcoin SV also got some important gains, although those are just laughable projects at this point. So let me know down in the comment section below what you think about Ethereum Classic and BCH. I'm not personally a fan of either project, so I haven't got any. All I have is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB at the moment, and a little bit of library, which I'm going to convert back into Bitcoin. And possibly that Dogecoin that's chilling on a hard drive, possibly somewhere, if I'm able to find it, if I'm able to recover it, if I'm able to find a password. If there was a password, we're going to keep you updated next week, if we're going to find the hard drive, that is. So thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate all those who are coming back on a daily basis. The views have been off the charts as of late. It seems the one video per day is doing extremely well, and in the future we're going to debate 2 videos per day. But for right now, you can chillax, have a great rest of your weekend. And if anybody can, now that we've finished the video, I had a really weird incident. I was watching a YouTube video. I found it super hilarious. I just burst out laughing, and suddenly my head started spinning. It lasted around 20 seconds. My eyes were just rolling around. I lost my balance, almost fell out of my chair. I was holding, my phone because I was watching the videos. Almost lost that. I have no idea what happened. I got super anxious because, again, I was super confused. I know it was probably triggered by the laughing itself, but I have no idea what it was, whether that was vertigo or a seizure or some weird condition that I have no idea. It didn't last long. I was super confused, and now we're back to normal. But if anybody has any clues, write down in the comment section below, because, again, super weird. But see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.